Currently, in terms of global perspective, are there any copyright laws worldwide that explicitly recognize AI as an author? And how do you see the variations in how copyright laws are interpreted and applied concerning AI generated content across different regions? And do you think there also needs to be some sort of international collaboration so that there's uniform governance of AI?
I would say the one that is closest to giving the model makers a right. This is not the user again. So the UK's copyright law says that whoever made the most work to making these models work, or made this happen, should be the ones who has the copyright. So that can be interpreted as to mean that the model maker or the programmer has the right. So I don't think any of the companies have asked for them to have the copyright of the models that they make, because it's like obviously competition between different companies. And if, say, for instance, OpenAI says that we want all the copyrights to every image generated on by our models, and they're not really going to have a market. So I don't think that would be a major issue. Then when it comes to say how exactly who owns the copyright, I think the EU government doesn't, EU AI Act does not specify anything. The only thing that they specify is that if any copyrighted material is used in this training, it needs to be stated explicitly. And when it comes to Japan, I think they have the most AI friendly copyright law right now. This is like any use for like data analysis purposes is allowed. So that has been interpreted to mean that AI is also like a data analysis work. And so that is protected under their copyright law. When it comes to China, there has been few cases and courts have like sided with the LLM companies most of the time. And when it comes to the authorship or ownership of the works generated by AI, only if there's like a substantial input from the human side does the human beings get that ownership. So those have been the broad ideas about like in broad differences between different countries. With regards to your question on like should there be like an international cooperation, I think like international cooperation always makes sense in these sort of issues, because uh, content generated by some user or like someone in India would be used for like models trained in the US as well. So some sort of cooperation that allows more data flows is always better. We don't want countries to like hoard data and not allow that to be used by others.